Now, Saul, we are live on the show. We're live.
I'm sorry,
Get yourself together.
I have the deviated septum corrected, and I'm not myself right now. You know what I'm saying?
All right, well,
Anyway.
you're screwing up our show. We really don't want to have to contact our lawyer.
I am your lawyer. Jesus Christ, I'm your lawyer. Anyway, this is Saul Gorman. I'm an attorney at law, the law firm of Dicker, Quick, and Hyde. We specialize in divorce law, but we also do patent right, copyright infringement, and defrauding an innkeeper, that kind of stuff. When Mr. Leroy, you contacted me with this case of plagiarism of celebrity voice impersonation from this Howie's. What's this? Hold on, let me grab this here. Wait, hold on. Howie's at the coffee shop podcast. Is that correct? That's correct, right?
Yes, it's Howie's at the coffee shop.
Yeah, sometimes they call themselves Howie's coffee shop, and then sometimes it's Howie at the coffee shop. But yeah, that's it.
That's confusing. They should change that. They shouldn't do that.
Well, that's not the
they
issue.
should shorten it.
Yeah. Anyway, what? Go on.
We can add that to the suit. We can add that to the lawsuit, right?
Let's do that. Hold on. Let me write that down. All right.
I think
so
that's a good idea.
Anyway, what the issue is, the cease and desist letter I sent to Mr. Howie was basically saying they're impersonating a celebrity voice, which is you, Mr. Leroy, and you, Mr. Tate. Your celebrity voices are being impersonated, and that's against the law. Now, let me get to the meat of this subject.
Here we go with that meat again. Jeez.
Are you okay?
I told you I had a deviated septum corrected. I have issues, so if I stop talking, or I make a loud gurgling noise.
What's a deviated septum? Leroy, do you know what a deviated septum is?
I do not.
Steve, you know what your septum is? That's your nose cavity. That's where you breathe. That was deviated. It had to be corrected.
Your meat hole?
My what?
Your meat hole?
No, not my meat hole. Jesus on the cross, I'm talking about my nose. I got punched.
You said something about meat.
Listen, I was talking about the meat of this case. All right, listen up. Listen up. I sent a cease and desist letter to Mr. Howie at the coffee shop, all right? They're impersonating your voices. Now, I listened to their show, and it's obvious to me, and after talking to their lawyer, Chaz Dick, they think you guys are suing them for stealing your material. Now, here's the thing that they don't understand. We're suing them for them using your voices, impersonating your voices. You can't impersonate anyone, especially someone who is in the public eye, such as you boys. I mean, you're not real famous, but you do have several listeners, right? Is that true, right?
At least several.
Several, yes. We have thousands around the world, all undocumented.
Well, either way, you guys are semi-famous. You can't go and you can't, impersonate someone's voice on your show for your profit, okay? Without saying, now I'm sure you've all heard these commercials. Real fast at the end of the commercial, they'll say, celebrity voice impersonated. You ever heard that, Mr. Earl?
Yeah, anytime we ever do anything like that on a show, we always have that, right, Ricky?
Of course.
Ricky's in the bathroom.
Oh, tricky one. He's getting to the meat of the subject in the bathroom.
Meat of the subject, yeah. So where do we go from here, Saul?
Well, here's what I suggest. Now, we could get into a long, drawn-out legal battle, where we file a lawsuit, because we haven't filed a lawsuit yet. We just sent them we sent them a letter that says to stop using your celebrity voices, right? Well,
right.
I listened to their show, the last episode, and I think they don't quite understand what they're being sued for, okay? Like I said, they think they're being sued because they're stealing your material. Now, is it a coincidence that their lawyer's named Chaz? I don't know. Maybe. We can look into that. It's a different subject. Because obviously, Chaz from Miami is one of your listeners, right?
Yeah, I think they disguised his last name, their lawyer's last name, much like Chad's has disguised his identity.
Right. Well, yeah.
I mean, you know his name is not Dick, right? There's nobody's last name Dick.
I've never heard anybody named Dick. I mean, Richard, maybe.
That's the first name, though.
Well, it could be a last name. Some people have first name, last names. But anyway, what else?
Well, okay. You guys could take and carry this thing on forever, right? Or you could just do one thing. It says celebrity voice impersonated without permission, okay? You could just give them permission and be done with it. What do you think of that?
Okay. Well, so no lawsuit.
Boys, I don't, you can get
Wait a second. Hold up here. What about all the money we'll be foregoing from the royalties from all the profits of their show? From using our celebrity voices?
Well, that's a chance you take. You think they're making money over there?
They
Hello?
probably are.
I
They
would
might
assume
be.
they are. I mean, we're all making money, right? I mean, we got a $4.50 donation last month.
Oh, boy. You boys hit the big time. Uh-oh. What was that? Hold on.
What are you saying here, Mr. Saul Gorman? I mean, what are we paying you for?
Well, first of all, I work pro bono, so I ain't getting paid anything until this case is done, all right? And I talked to your accomplice, their Father James Old Shack Hennessy. He's going to give me a case of whiskey. We'll call it even. But the thing I'm saying to you boys is this. You gotta pick your battles, okay? Howie is at the coffee shop. Is a podcast on your strangelabel.com podcast network, right? So do you really want to, like, get in a pissing match with these boys? Or you just want to let them do their thing? Are they really hurting you?
Right.
I mean, the money
Guess
sounds
not.
good.
I guess not, but, so, let me get this straight. They think we're suing them for stealing our material, but what we're really suing them for is impersonating our voices.
Correct. And also, you boys need to understand, they think you use studio effects or a pitch shifter to change your voices.
What the hell's a pitch shifter?
It's a studio effect used to change the pitch of something. You know, if it's too high, you can make it lower. If it's too low, you can make it higher. So
That's kind of cheating, isn't it?
It's just a studio effect you can use for many different applications. Okay, we could get into that on a different show if you want to. A tech review with Saul Gorman, if you wanted to. But
No, thank you.
No, thanks. So, they think that we use studio effects to change our voices.
Correct. They don't understand that your voice, that's your voice. I mean, Mr. Leroy, that's your voice you've had since you were born, correct?
Well, probably since I went through puberty.
Oh, okay. So since you were like 10, 11, 12 years old, that's your voice. That's how you've sounded. They are making the assumption that you are using a pitch shifter to change your voice. And same with Mr. Tate, that he's using a pitch shifter to change his voice. Now, that's a wrong assumption on their part. So they're using pitch shifters in their studio to change their voice.
Isn't that defecation a character?
It's not defecation because that's taking a shit. That's what you did on Thanksgiving in your car, Mr. Earl, Mr. Earl Amos Tate. Defecation is taking a shit. Defamation, now, on the other hand, that's what you're talking about. That's the meat of the subject.
That's the meat on the bone.
I listen to their show, and I don't see defamation there. I think that's taking it too far.
Okay, yeah, we don't want to... I do agree with one thing that he's saying. I don't want to get in a pissing match with anybody in the Strange Label Podcast Network, right? We're all in this together. We're a big team, whatever you want to call it. So, I think I'm going to agree with him. I think we should just let it go.
That's my advice to you boys. Let it go. You know, just go on with your show. Do what you're doing. They said on their show that you guys are doing a good job. They like your show. So chalk it up to, imitation is how's it go? Imitation is the most, oh, Jesus, fuck me.
Got that deviated rectum thing again.
saying. Flattery is the most sincere form of defamation. No, that's defecation. No, hold on.
Yeah.
I think
Severe
I got it.
defecation, deformity of a rectum. What?
Severe deformity is the rectum of defecation. That's it, right there.
That don't sound right at all.
He hit the meat on the head, Leroy.
Yeah, I did. I hit the meat right on the head. Sincere defecation is the fornication in
Did Father James already pay you?
Yes, actually, yes, he did. He paid me in 2 bottles of the best scotch I've ever tasted, and I tasted it all very quickly. So, do you guys, anyway, what is your final decision? Where are we going with this?
I'm all for, just let it go. I mean, if they misunderstood, we misunderstood. They're not stealing our material. They were imitating our voices. So they made a mistake. They thought we were using some kind of, what'd you call it?
Pitch shifter.
Yeah, some kind of pitch shifter.
We're going to have to get to Ricky on that one. What's a pitch shifter?
Ricky, do you know what a pitch shifter is?
Hit
I
him.
have no idea what a pitch shifter is.
Are you sure?
I think it's from Star Wars. It's from Star Wars.
It's from Star Wars, he said.
It's not from Star Wars. Anyway, guys, what do you want to do?
Earl,
I say,
I'm cool.
I listened to the show. I listened to the episode, and I liked it, man. Leroy, I think you should get off their tail. I don't even know why you did all this.
Well, I did it because we've been working so hard on the show, and to hear another podcast, using our material, at first I knee-jerk reacted. And I want to say right now, to Howie's at the coffee shop, and what's their names? You know their names, right?
There is, who, me or Saul?
Both of you. What's their names?
There is Mike, Kenny, and Amy, as far as I know. And I'm not too sure if there's actually a Howie.
The only
might be
Howie
the-
I heard on their show sounded a lot like Mr. Leroy.
Yeah,
So-
I'm thinking Howie is their character that they made up to
So there's-
replicate Leroy.
Oh, there's no Howie. Well, it can't be because it's been called Howie's Coffee Shop before this thing started.
No, they've done 30-some episodes.
Yeah, it's always been Howie's at the coffee shop. They didn't just change the name and start doing a voice, did they?
Yeah, but they made the show after our show started,
Mr.
right?
Gorman.
They had their characters in place. They've had them in place for quite a while. They're on 35 episodes. You guys are on 64, I believe, something like that. You were doing your stuff before them, but it's not copyrightable material. You guys can do whatever you want. Again, I ask you, Mr. Leroy, Mr. Early Estate, on the record, what do you want to do? I need to know. I've got stuff to do.
I'm cool with dropping it. Drop the suit. Earl?
I don't care what we do, man. I like the guys. Howie's Coffee Shop. Howie at the coffee shop on strangelabel.com.
Every Saturday
I like the
night
guys.
at
I
10
think
p.m.
everybody should go to their website right now and all the money you were going to donate to us, donate to them, which is going to be zero, but donate that to them this week. That's what I think.
Yeah, all right, so we're going to drop it, Mr. Gorman.
All right, great. I think you guys are making the best decision. I think that's the way to go. I gotta go. I gotta get some more drinking going, and I got a lady friend over, if you know what I mean. Real quick, could I give a plug real quick, guys?
I'm okay. Yeah, sure, go ahead.
Butt plug. Do you see what I did there?
Oh,
Are
man.
you serious?
I'm kidding. Listen, I just wanted to give a plug to Dicker Quick and Hyde. They're the law firm I work for. We specialize in divorce law. We also do, obviously, patent right, copyright infringement. And if you're having trouble with your spouse, or you're getting a divorce, if that fucking goddamn bitch is messing with your shit, come to Dicker Quick and Hyde. We'll take care of you boys, okay? Put that out there till you shift that fans. If you need legal support with that bitch, Dicker Quick and Hyde. That's the way to go. I'm Saul Gorman. Hey, you boys keep in touch. Don't be strangers now. I haven't talked to you guys in forever, and it's making me upset. All right?
Okay, all right.
All right,
Thanks,
Saul
Mr.
Gorman from Kicker Quick and Hide.
We will call you again soon.
All right, boys. Goodbye.
Goodbye. Nice. All right, there's Saul Gorman with the. We are dropping the lawsuit with Howie at the coffee shop. Big misunderstanding. Big misunderstanding. So.